Hola, welcome to What's Cooking. My name is Teresia Lucas and I will be your host for today. If you aren't already aware and you can't see it, today we are at the lovely Utopia. So if you don't know what to expect, we will be having a lovely guest on the show and we will be chatting to our chef. That means today we are going to munch a little bit, okay? Let's go find out and let's go talk to the man himself behind the meals, Chef Robin. Let's go. Hola, welcome back to What's Cooking. And as promised, today I'm joined by our lovely chef here at Utopia, Robin Kirshner.
Hi,
Robin,
thank you.
can I call you Robin?
Yes, Robin is more than fine.
Robin, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm okay. We are about to have a meal later on. Can you please just touch on that? What are we going to have later on?
Okay, you guys are going to have a full Monty and a
Okay.
breakfast burrito with our famous smashed avo toast,
Okay.
which is very nice. All our avos is fresh. We get our produce on a daily basis.
All
So that is also what we're trying to run on. Keep our standard up to be
Okay.
very fresh, as we say in our name, fresh and wild.
Nice.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's very
So,
good. So
yeah.
speaking of having fresh food and food in general, right? As a chef, what is that one meal that you feel you specialize in?
Well, at the moment, I specialize in quite a few things. Like we've spoken about, I've done this now for the last 10 years.
Right, nice.
This is, but in the morning on our breakfast menu and our lunch menu, I would say definitely our full Monties and our salmon scrambled and our eggs Benedict go
All right, so
very
it's,
well.
so it's
It's-
the breakfast menu that you are.
Yes,
top
the
tier.
breakfast menu is our top menu at the moment.
Okay.
We're selling very well. Our lunch menus consist as well of quesadillas, wraps, toasts, burgers, and steaks as well.
All right, nice.
So we have that.
So diving into your surname, right? Kirshner. We had
Kirshner.
trouble pronouncing that earlier. I'd like to find out, where are you from originally? Are you from Namibia or are
I
you
am
from?
born and raised in Namibia, yes. I am Namibian.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you are German.
I am German speaking and English speaking.
Nice.
That comes from my mother's side being from Germany and my
Uh-huh.
father being from England.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Where did you receive your training?
I did my training over in Germany, in Munich.
Oh, so you did
Yes, yes.
go abroad and
Yes, I did. I
study.
spent 3 years of my 10 years doing that.
Nice.
Yes, yes.
So coming to Utopia, you spoke about how is your experience here overall? We did mention that you've only been working here for a while. How long have you been working here, and how is your experience so far?
I have been here for 2 months, and the experience I've already learned here, I've learned a lot from our kitchen ladies.
Okay.
They will help prepare the meals later, as we will show you guys.
Okay.
Definitely. They are top at what they do. I am 100% trustworthy with them. I'll leave the kitchen in their hands any day. They really do well at their jobs.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes,
So
and
there you have it. When you come to Utopia, you should know that you are in good hands with Chef Krishna. So, what are your future plans? Do you plan on being a chef forever? You are a sous chef, right?
no, I'm a head chef.
You are a head chef.
Yes.
So, what differentiates between all the other chefs? What is the head chef? What are the responsibilities that you have here at Utopia?
Well,
as a
here
head
we
chef?
don't have very fancy names for our stations. We have
Okay.
our cold section, we have our meat griller, and
Mm-hmm.
then we have somebody that is working on our hot pass.
Okay.
Yes, that person is me mostly that works on the hot pass. I have
Okay.
Pinky, which is my right hand side during the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
We have a whole other team for in the evenings as well.
All right.
Yes, they come in much later during the day and they do the evening prep only.
All right.
Yes, so I trust her full on,
Okay.
and yes, and she is basically my assistant chef.
Nice.
Yes.
Shout out to her, by the way.
Yes.
You have a lot of experience, like we mentioned. Where did you work prior to this? What establishments have you been at?
Well, prior to this, before I came here, I was working at Cupata restaurant. It's
Mm-hmm.
a Portuguese restaurant situated in Eros. Also amazing food, lovely seafood, amazing people.
Okay.
Also a very nice entertainment area. They have a lounge and everything. They really do well for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to that, I was outside on a lodge. I worked on sauceless filet,
Okay.
Desert Lodge, and beyond.
Nice.
Yes.
So you're an overall cultured person.
Yes,
if
I am
I'm
definitely.
allowed.
Especially when it comes to my Namibian culture, I love my kapana, my tangara,
So you do
and so forth.
do you make
Yes.
kapana?
Yes, I
Do
do.
you have you ever went to kapana?
We do have a kapana special on our evening menu.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Nice. That is
Yes.
quite. It is nice to be able to come to an establishment like that, and that's also one reason you should come to Utopia, because an establishment like that caters to everyone. If you are if it's a Saturday morning and you want a lekker meat after a heavy Friday, definitely come to Utopia.
Definitely, I agree.
Right, Chef, seeing as that you're very cultured, you're from Germany, right? I'd like to find out, compared to Namibia, right? How is the food there? How is the food around, the culture around food overall from Munich to Namibia?
Well, I would say the cultural difference, the big difference, the main difference is that we have a big variety of meats. We have game meat and beef and all sorts of different types of meats. Where in Germany it is quite hard to come across, I would say, a very nice T-bone steak.
All right.
That is a bit difficult. They more specialize on pork.
Okay.
And yes, that's why where I worked in Germany when I did my studies, we had huge roasts of pork. Most dishes consist of pork and vegetables, but not as lucky as we are, unfortunately, with our huge variety of meat.
Okay, nice. Did that hinder your training when you came to dealing with meat, for example? So you were able to dive in?
Yes, we did our butcher's course and everything that side as well.
Right, that's great. Okay, well, there you have it, the lovely Chef Robert. Let's dive into our food.
Ohole So Nice is an entertainment show brought to you by the youth for the youth, aimed at having more young people showcase their individual identities. Making a good impression does not come easy. The nerves and the natural way youth interact when it comes to dating, well, this has changed over the years. This is a dating show that allows individuals to participate and be their own true selves. Ohole So Nice focuses on blind date, talk about that, news, flex your style, and more. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and on the MyZone Facebook platform. To share your experience or make your product or service part of Ohole So Nice, contact Zone at synergy.com.na. Ohole So Nice, because sabawelling isn't enough.
Hola, my name is Teresia Lucas and welcome back to What's Cooking. So this is my favorite part of the show where we get to dive into the food a little bit. And as promised, we do have a lovely, lovely guest today. She is a businesswoman. I call her the mother of PR. Miss Ilke Platt. How are you doing?
Oh wow!
You
oh
are
my gosh! I am blushing under my blusher.
How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Last time I met you, right? We spoke on Poiyah Media, right? And before we dive into your business and all, let's talk about the name in itself, Poiyah Media. Where did that come from? I know it has a special origin. Please tell the viewer, in case they don't know, where did that name come from?
Okay, great stuff. So I've got two sons. You know, the only reason why we're on earth is to, feed these souls. So Poiyah is my firstborn, Poiyah is my secondborn. And when I jump boat, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make this happen for the sake of my sons.
Okay.
And I merged the two names, and there you have it, Poiyah.
Nice. That's very, very creative. And speaking of having a son and having children, right? I know as a businesswoman, it can be difficult. I want to know, how do you cope with that? How do you cope with being a mom and being a businesswoman and finding the overall balance?
Yeah. And it's good that you say businesswoman. I think entrepreneurship on its own is a beast.
Yeah.
And just let alone that is a baby that you're still trying to feed and grow and see and crawl. That is a mammoth task. But organizational skills, getting resources to help you to do what you need to do. What do I mean by that? By getting additional help. I can't do it all. And I think many times women trying to, do everything. But let's be honest, we've only got two hands.
Yes.
You know, we've only got 24 hours in a day.
Definitely.
So how are you able to put people and resources in place to help you?
All right. So basically, the message here is that you need to go out there and you need to find help because you can't do it all by yourself.
Even if you wanted to, even if I want to be superwoman, that my kids think I am. I need help. I need help with my cake.
Definitely. And I need to know, right? You are a businesswoman, as I keep emphasizing. What inspired you to dive into business? I'm sorry.
What would you like to drink?
Can I have a apple juice, please?
Apple juice?
Yes.
Freshly squeezed?
Yes, please. Thank you.
I am sorted, thank you.
So yes, as I was saying, what inspired you to get into business? Because I know, for the viewers, in case they don't know, please tell us before we dive into the business, when did you start off? I want the beginning from NBC. When did you start off?
Sure. So before the whole business arena, 2002, I say, because that's the first time I registered my first song. So in the music industry, technically 2003.
Your first song?
Yes.
Wow, so you were a musician?
Yes.
I'm only finding out about this now. Nice, okay.
So, 2002, I remember registering my first song at Nest Camp.
Nice, okay.
And then that led to broadcasting, radio, television. So from 2003 officially, with the Cutie brand, as I call it.
Yes.
And it's been 20 years in the making.
All right.
I always say everything that had to happen within the 20 years, even the setbacks, had to elevate me and catapult me to where I am today in establishing the business. So Poiyah Media is only 5 years old, and we are still in business.
Yes.
By God's grace.
And you're making waves, by the way.
We're trying.
Yes. Even on social media, very, very active. Everyone should check out Poiyah Media on social media. So you started doing music, and then from music you did TV presenting.
Correct. So
that is on.
So it was NBC television. I remember that there was a whole audition countrywide.
Wow.
Everybody at UNM Radio went for this audition. Nobody told me about the audition, Teresia. I was literally the last one on a Saturday afternoon, evening. I can remember my mom dropped me off. It was a whole queue from the gate up until, alongside where now there's this takeaway caravan. And I went for audition. So by then I was at UNM Radio already. Okay. And then it translated to TV.
So basically what I'm hearing is you did music, you did radio presenting and TV presenting, as I'm now finding out.
Correct.
Nice. So you went from UNM Radio, you went to TV?
Yeah. So UNM Radio also went a bit to Radio Energy, the national radio, television, from a youth program called Wizeni back then, lifestyle program, Tuteleni, and then anchoring the news, and now doing Utopia.
Nice. You still like Utopia, by the way. Congratulations.
They call me back.
Nice. That is how good she is, ladies and gentlemen. That is how good you are. So we've dived into the past. We've gotten to know you a little bit. I found out things that I didn't know about you.
Okay.
I want to know, what is the future? What does the future look like? What are your future plans?
Yeah. You know that we can always make our own plans. We can say what we want to do. We can say where we want to be. But ultimately, God has his plans. I can tell you right now, Teresa, in the next 5 years, I want to either be back in corporate or I either want to be in another country.
Yeah.
But things just pan out organically, if that makes sense.
Yes, it makes
I
sense.
would have never thought in my wildest dream that 5 years ago I would want to jump boat because I was happy. I was comfortable with corporate. That's all I knew.
All right.
So I just want to make sure that my academics are fulfilled and completed.
Okay.
That number one is a given.
Mm-hmm.
And then just to build the territory of the PR industry.
Okay.
To make sure that whatever mark I leave, be it in my private capacity or with other corporates, to make sure that I'm part of the building and the shaping of PR.
Yes. Like I said, you are the mother of PR to me.
I'm
And
humbled. Thank you.
What are the challenges that you face overall as a businesswoman, especially within the business industry? What are the challenges that you face?
So right now, I love to say, I don't want to be classified as a businesswoman, or
Okay.
it shouldn't be based
As an
on
entrepreneur.
you are a woman.
Okay.
Because, immediately, even with a gender conversation, immediately we always say that because you're a woman, thank you so much. You have really, made strides.
Yeah.
I think we should always do it on a playing field as any, business person in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I think even for a man and a female, it's always funding to fund your business.
Okay.
It's always, as much as people might say that I have an added advantage of people knowing about my company, you always need to continue doing that. I'm sitting here with you today, and I appreciate this platform because somebody might be watching on the DSTV channel by saying, you know what, there's a PR agency in Namibia, let's contact them. So
Right.
organically, never stop promoting your organization because you feel that you are well known.
Okay.
Always keep on pushing and striving for that.
So don't get complacent.
Or
Don't
even too comfortable.
Yes. Right. It is lovely having you here.
Thank you for having me.
I definitely am enjoying my food.
Oh,
and
me
I'm
too.
Enjoying,
Me too.
and I am enjoying the company. And we have to close off today.
Oh, so soon.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers to you.
Cheers to having you. Cheers to your business.
Thank
and
you.
may it only prosper.
And good luck to you as well.
Thank you.
One of the former Poiyah media interns. Alert.
Thank you. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A lovely interview indeed. My name is Teresa Lucas, and that is What's Cooking with Miss Ilke Platt.
Flex is your health and fitness show that focuses on the health of the mind, body, and spirit. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact zone@synergy.com.na.
All right, welcome back. After our lovely meal prepared by Chef Robin, we decided to step outside for some fresh air. It is a lovely sunny Friday after. Oh, let's go. Hi! It is a lovely Friday. It's sunny, it's a bit windy. We do need the cool and fresh air after all. So Ilka,
Yes.
where were we? All right.
We were talking about 2023.
Yes. I want to know, what are your future plans? What are your plans for 2023? What do you plan on diving into?
2023, like last time before we even knew that COVID was going to hit us,
Yeah.
we were planning and then all the
Yes.
plans never worked out.
Uh-huh.
But I think in business, it's always important to have a backup of the backup plan.
Okay.
So that you know that even if you plan your strategy,
Yeah.
in case something, doesn't go your way, that you have alternatives.
Okay.
So main aim to empower, make sure that, the PR industry is still continuing the way it is, allowing interns and a lot of, university students to flourish in their
Okay.
corporate industry.
All right, that is very nice. So you have been flourishing in the PR industry, the corporate industry
Thank
as
you.
well. I want to know, how do you deal with competition?
Yeah.
What is it that you do that you think makes you stand out?
Yeah. You know, with this strategy, you always have to have a SWOT analysis, and it's good. Your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. When you do something, always remember to focus on what makes you unique, and focus on that. I also think that many times, if you spend too much time on looking at the competitors, you dwell on things that you could have done.
Yes.
Good to have an eye, see what's out there, level yourself, but don't spend too much time focusing on what others are doing. So the moment you're authentic, you're organic, and you have that reach, that people start looking for you because your credibility, likability, and also the professionalism, it becomes a walk through the park.
All right, so that is basically how you stay relevant as well.
Yeah.
You make sure that you are professional and you are credible as usual. Well, there you have it, the lovely, lovely Miss Ilke Platt. It was a beautiful experience here at Utopia. The food was amazing. And I think now, if you really, really want that quality service, that amazing food, especially for breakfast like Chef Robert mentioned, you should come here at Utopia. There you have it. Catch us same time, obviously not the same place, but catch us here same time on Fridays here at On What's Cooking.